Hello friends, what's up? How's it going? I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. I have not filmed a video in like 3 weeks because I got sick. Thankfully it wasn't coronavirus, I just had a really bad case of strep throat, but the entire experience was really fun as a hypochondriac during a global pandemic, as you can imagine. On my last video, I got a comment asking if I would make a video about my tattoos, which I thought was kind of funny because generally in my videos you don't really see most of my tattoos because a lot of them are from the torso down. I always like watching tattoo tours, so I thought it would be kind of a fun video to do. I figured I would just go through my tattoos and talk about the experience, the artist who did them, how much I paid, the pain, any regrets. I am 24. I started getting tattoos when I was 20 and my perspective about tattoos have definitely changed. If you were to stop watching this video right now, I think the biggest thing to take away is before you get a tattoo, really think about the placement because your body's going to change, which means that the shape of your tattoos are going to change. If you're going to get more tattoos, think about what you want next to each other because if you don't really plan it out, which I haven't done, you're going to have these weird gaps in between your tattoos and you need to figure out what to put in between them so it doesn't look like awkwardly spaced out, and that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now, so I wish I had kind of thought about it beforehand. Another thing you should consider before getting a tattoo is who the artist is. Make sure that they have a portfolio of healed work. Just because something looks good right after it's tattooed doesn't mean it's going to heal properly, and make sure it's someone you want to be tattooing your body. Like, you're gonna be sitting in a space with this person for probably a good amount of time. They're going to be stabbing your body. You want to be comfortable with that person. That's all I have to say. I guess I'll just go into it. So my first tattoo is a little dagger that is on my upper left thigh. I got it at a party that was hosted by Thinx, the menstrual underwear brand, and I went to this party by myself and I got a tattoo. The way this worked was the tattoo artist made a flash sheet, which is pre-drawn out designs, and you just picked from a sheet and decided what you wanted that way. This tattoo is on my thigh. It's on a very fleshy part of my thigh, and I have gained quite a bit of weight from when I first got tattoos, and because of that the ink has stretched out. I'm sure I could get it touched up if I really felt offended by the way it looked now, but it's just how my body has changed. I thought this was gonna hurt so bad that like I was hyping myself up for pain, and then as I was getting the tattoo I was like, whoa, like this just kind of feels like I'm being pinched. My second tattoo was actually at the same kind of event. Thanks through a Valentine's Day party, and me and my best friend went and got matching tattoos. For both of those I think I paid $40 in total probably, because I think the entrance fee to the party was about $20 and then I tipped $20 as well. Again, it was a flash. It was pre-drawn designs that we just picked out one we liked and got them tattooed. It's still one of my favorites because when I look at it, it's like, wow, this is this thing commemorating my relationship with one of my best friends, and it's on my body forever, and that's really cool. Where the bone is, it definitely hurt like a little bit, but like it was very bearable in terms of pain. I also find that stick and poke tattoos are way less painful than machine tattoos. The third tattoo I ever got was on my right thigh. It is another stick and poke. I really like this tattoo. This was my first like bigger piece, and it's funny to look at the picture where there's nothing around it because now I have a bunch of tattoos surrounding it. I think in total this tattoo was $150. The next tattoo I got was in Berlin. It's still one of my favorite tattoos to this day. It's on the back of my left arm. It was done at a studio called Unicat, which is a really cool, queer friendly, women friendly, accessible place. I really enjoyed my experience there. My artist name was Jen. Yeah, I love this tattoo. I think it healed beautifully. It's one of my favorite ones. I think this tattoo was about $150. I'd probably give this like a 6 out of 10. It wasn't painful, but I was shocked feeling the machine tattooing me compared to what I was used to with the stick and pokes. I was unpleasantly surprised. The next tattoo I got at Hidden Moon Tattoo in Melbourne, Australia, and it was done by Juju Tattoos, and I really enjoyed my experience with them. I really wish that I had gotten a piece that was drawn by them because I had gotten a piece that was drawn by one of my favorite artists. So this is a piece by Carla McRae. At the time, Bailey had bought me a zine and it came with a postcard, which I actually have hanging up here. I don't know, when I saw this, I was like, I love this, I want to put it on my body. And that's what I did. I reached out to the artist, Carla. She was super, super sweet. She sent me a high quality photo of it so that I could send it to the tattoo artist. I asked her if she wanted me to compensate her for drawing the art, but she was like totally cool about it and said no. And yeah, I love this tattoo. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my biggest pieces, and it's just like, it makes me feel a lot of happiness when I look at it. And this one came out to about 200 Australian dollars, which is like $140 US. It wasn't like painful, but it was like my leg was getting quite sore. It felt very tender in that area. Like a 6 out of 10. The next tattoo I have is one on my stomach. It is a flower and snake entangled in each other. This was done by Takoi. The shop minimum was 120 Australian dollars, which is about 80 US. My stomach tattoo was a little bit painful, but it was more uncomfortable than anything else because the entire time I was like, do I hold my breath? Do I keep breathing? Catching myself holding my breath and then not knowing what to do and then feeling really anxious and like moving. My last tattoo in Australia, I wanted to get something to symbolize my time there. It was a stick and poke tattoo, so not painful. It took so quickly too, which I usually find that stick and poke tattoos are a lot slower because it's going by hand instead of, you know, with a machine. Came out to 120 US dollars, I think. Maybe when I came home from Australia, my friend Iz and her boyfriend Zach had come to stay with me. Zach gave me a stick and poke tattoo on my ankle. It's just a little apple that I still really like. I didn't pay for it. It was my friend just practicing on me. My next tattoo is probably one of the only tattoos that I regret. What had happened was this artist I follow posted a bunch of flash on their Instagram, and I saw this image that I really, really liked, and I was like, I want this tattooed. I should say that like scrolling through their Instagram, the artist used a lot of heavy shading. Some of them weren't, so I just assumed that like when you went in with them, they would ask you like, oh, do you want this shaded or not? And it was $400, which is the most I've ever paid for a tattoo. I was like, that's a lot of money, but like I really like this. The tattoo hurt so bad. It was a stressful experience for me because I was like, I've never had a tattoo hurt this bad. She showed me the tattoo right before she shaded it, and I was like, wow, I love it. This is perfect. And she's like, okay, I'm just gonna do a couple more things. And then like the next time I look, it's like completely shaded, and I was like, this is not what I wanted. Now that it's healed, it is so dark. Like it's a very, very dark tattoo. I don't love the way it looks on my body. I went and got another tattoo and the artist was really sweet, and I explained that like I didn't love this tattoo. It's very dark, especially in the hair area, and that was like all white. And I asked what it was from because I assumed that it was my fault, that like it didn't heal properly, and she was like, no, it's scarring. Look into your artist, look into their healed photos, and speak up. Like this is going to be on your body forever. Like if you want it to look a certain way, like don't be afraid to say that. The next tattoo I got was a Friday the 13th tattoo with my friend Kayla. It was a $20 tattoo. Like it was one of those flash days, which are really fun but like kind of stressful. I have a little dynamite, a little stick of dynamite on my leg, and it reminds me of the song Homemade Dynamite by Lorde. So the next tattoo I got was by an artist, No Dog, No Master. They are super cool. I got this tattoo in Montreal, and I actually went back to them because I really enjoyed their tattoos so much. So I got 2 tattoos in one day. I can't remember which one I got first, if it was this one or one on my leg. They are stick and poked skeleton angel that I really like. It's like a skull with a halo. I love how light this tattoo is too. Both of them are so light. The artist had like such a light hand too, and it was like a 2 out of 10 in terms of pain. It was a $50 deposit, and then I think I paid like 180 Canadian dollars, which is like 150 US. The next 2 tattoos were also from a friend. Zach was practicing. It's not a perfect tattoo because this was before he was doing it professionally. They have good memories associated with them, so it's fine, but I have a monstera on my leg. I really love, even though it's not perfect. And the other is a little rabbit. Isabel draws these little rabbit creatures that I really love, and it's on my leg. I did not pay for these because a friend did them. The next tattoo I got in London, my mom came with me. The artist was ookielane. They were very cool. I had like a very fun time with them. A flash tattoo, so when I got there, I was like looking through her book of flash, and my mom pointed out the sewing machine that she liked, and I was like, okay, why not? I don't sew personally. I would like to learn, but now I have a sewing machine on my body. And yeah, this was like not a painful tattoo, like a 5 out of 10. I don't remember the exact price. The next tattoo I got was on my arm by Lucky Stab. It was a stick and poke. I have 2 hands on the back of both of my arms, even though they're like very different tattoos. I really enjoy the way they look. I had a great experience with this tattoo. It did not hurt me like at all. The next tattoo I got was by Teely, who is the one who did my original first 2 tattoos. It was a flash tattoo as well, so when I got there, I got to look through their book and pick out They're designs that were pre-drawn, and it came out to $250. I don't know if that's before or after tip. And it's just a cactus with a sun on the back of my leg. It's very representative of their style, I feel, and I would love to go back to them and get another tattoo because they do these astrological reading plus tattoos, and I really just love the idea of that. This tattoo was done by No Dog No Master. It's like a little chain of flowers underneath my right knee. It was done by machine. Seriously, the lightest hand ever. No pain whatsoever. I think this is like $100 maybe. I can't remember the exact price. We're down to my 3 most recent tattoos that I got while I was traveling, and they make me very happy. The first is on my leg. It's this little cat in boots. It was another flash tattoo. What happened was, me and my cousin, while we were traveling together, we were at a cafe and our waitress looked really cool, and we were both like, to be her friend. I had gone to the bathroom, and when I come back out, my cousin was like, I talked to the waitress, she's really cool, she does stick and poke tattoos, we should be her friend. And I was like, okay. And yeah, we went to her apartment and got tattoos, and it's one of my favorite memories from traveling. One of my favorite things about tattoos is the memories I associate with them. So a lot of my tattoos don't have very specific meanings, but they have really sweet memories attached to them. I like to get tattooed when I travel because it's like kind of making the trip exist on my body forever. The next tattoo I got at one of the world's oldest tattoo shops. The way they tattooed was with these traditional wood carvings. They had a case of these carved wood blocks, and you could choose different ones to form a tattoo together. It was a very cool experience, and I have one on the back of my ankle. Very different from most of the ones I have. I don't think I would have gotten this in any other situation because it's not my preferred style of tattoo, and my cousin got one as well. We both got stick and poke tattoos, and then the next day got these very cool traditional important tattoos. I just like the juxtaposition of these two experiences right next to each other. On the part that was like more bony, definitely not a fun experience. I think like a 7 or 8 out of 10 in terms of pain. It's such a small tattoo, and once it stopped, the pain goes away. I feel like this one maybe was like $80, and then the stick and poke one was like $50. And then my last and most recent tattoo is a butterfly on the front of my shin. I really love this tattoo a lot. I got this in London, probably more around like the 200-pound price point. Honestly, the pain wasn't that bad. I think it was one of those things again where I hyped myself up to the point where I thought it was gonna be really bad. Probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It wasn't excruciating, like I could handle it. That is my tattoo tour. I think tattoos are really fun. I think it's a really cool way to express yourself. I think what's important for me in terms of tattooing is like the experience is kind of more important than the end result. Thinking about all these experiences that I've had because of getting tattooed just brought me a lot of joy to like think back on some really fond memories and really fond points of my life. That is all I have to say today. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.